You ever feel like the world's turned against you? Like no matter what you do, the people you trusted most are working to destroy you? That's exactly what happened to me. I came home from war, 18 months in Afghanistan, expecting hugs, love, the life I left behind. Instead, my wife filmed me having a PTSD flashback, then sent it to CPS, telling them I was too dangerous to be near my own kids. When I begged her mother for help, she laughed and said, "We've got all the proof we need now." Right then, I knew I was alone. I knew what I had to do, and I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. I thought my kids would still love me. Watching those soldiers' homecoming videos was the only thing that got me through. Seeing all my friends shot dead. So when I walked in the door and my children didn't even hug me, my heart shattered. They didn't look up from their iPads when they said hello. Like, Temple Run mattered more than their dad coming home. That's when I heard footsteps on the stairs. My in-laws. They hugged me tightly. We've been waiting for this moment for so long. It warmed my heart, and I hugged them back. Then my wife popped out of nowhere, giving me a light hug too. That's when I tensed up. Glancing around the room, I noticed it was filled with empty moving boxes and suitcases. They saw me staring, and that's when they dropped the news. "Maria, your wife, struggled to handle everything while you abandoned your family. So we moved in to help," my mother-in-law said. She spat, "Abandoned," like it was a joke, but it felt real. I froze. Maria and I had talked endlessly before I left for war. She convinced me it was a good idea to go. Other ex-soldiers had warned me things would feel off the first week back, so I buried my pain, telling myself it was only a matter of time before things returned to normal. That night, I cooked my famous roast chicken, the one with homemade rosemary garlic butter and creamy mashed potatoes. Before I left, my kids begged for this meal daily. Now, not even a "thanks, Dad." We ate in silence until my youngest, 5-year-old Lucas, dropped his plate. Instantly, my training kicked in. I ducked under the table, whispering a countdown from 5 like I did in combat. But when I reached 1, nothing happened. I realized I was home. I took a deep breath and sat back down. Instead of comforting me, my wife stared in horror. Her mother typed furiously on her phone. I didn't know they'd been filming me the whole time. Emma and Lucas were whisked away before I could apologize. The next months were brutal. Maria grew distant. The kids refused to interact with me. My only companions were my PTSD symptoms. Then, a knock at the door. A CPS caseworker. "Mr. Hanley, we've received concerning reports about erratic behavior around your children." She showed me something that still chills me. A compilation of my flashbacks, edited to make me look violent and unpredictable. I gripped the doorframe to keep from collapsing. Then Maria appeared behind me. I thought she'd defend me, but no. "I think it's best if you stay somewhere else for now, for the kids' safety." Her parents flanked her like bodyguards, her mother still filming. I knew if I didn't leave, it'd be more proof I was a bad father. So I walked out with nothing but a trash bag of dirty clothes and a phone charger. I'd kept only 20% of my military earnings. The rest went to my family, but my account had just $35. I texted Maria. She replied instantly. "Investment opportunities. Your parents needed it more." Tears blurred my vision. My days became depression naps in my truck, showering at the gym, eating free church meals. Then, at Taco Bell, I ran into Jake, my brother in arms, now a lawyer. "What the hell happened to you?" When I told him, his jaw clenched. "Those videos, did they record you without consent?" I nodded. He smirked. "That's illegal in this state." For the first time since deployment, I smiled back. Jake worked for free, fueled by rage. Within a day, he found a game changer. A deleted iPad folder still synced to Maria's iCloud. My stomach turned. Video after video of Maria coaching the kids to ignore me. "Remember, if anyone asks, you don't feel safe with Daddy," she said casually. In the background, her CrossFit gym buddy Brad, always eyeing her, rubbing her shoulders as she taught our kids to lie. I scrolled with shaking hands. Over 200 videos, dated and organized. The earliest, 6 months ago, when Maria started acting strange. One clip showed Emma on her lap, Brad nearby. "What do you say when the judge asks about Daddy?" Maria prompted. "That he scares me," Emma recited flatly. "Good girl. And what else?" "That he yells and throws things." Brad chimed in. "Maybe add that you cry when you see him." Judges eat that up. Jake's face darkened. "We're filing for emergency custody. This is parental alienation. No judge will ignore it." But Maria's parents hired Robbie Patterson, a top family lawyer. He argued for a psychological evaluation first, delaying the hearing 8 weeks. Dr. Leo's office reeked of leather and privilege. Then, I spotted a photo, him and Carol at a country club event. "You know my mother-in-law?" I asked. "Carol? We play doubles every Sunday." Wonderful woman. My stomach dropped. This evaluation was rigged. Supervised visits began, 2 hours weekly in a sterile center. Maria would whisper, "If Daddy tries to take you away, scream for help." Lucas would sob before she even left. Emma, now in designer clothes Brad bought, admitted he sometimes shared Maria's room. Jake uncovered Brad's record, restraining orders, fraud, but Patterson blocked it. Relevant character assassination. Meanwhile, Maria played the struggling single mom online, garnishing my wages while I lived in my truck. Then Lucas whispered during a visit, "Daddy, Brad hits mommy when he's angry." The supervisor made a note. Jake's investigator later found security footage. Maria, Brad, and her parents plotting at her gym's juice bar, months before I returned. The pretrial was a disaster. Carol claimed my shooting range visits proved violent tendencies. The judge ordered anger management classes. Another delay. Emma's teacher secretly called Jake. "She's failing." Her journal scribbles out her dad in black. The kid's therapist risked her license to warn, "They're being damaged." Lucas wets the bed. Emma has severe anxiety. At the deposition, Maria slipped. I knew about the videos before CPS came. Patterson objected, but the damage was done. Brad started picking up the kids, playing doting dad. My accounts were frozen. Maria claimed I hid deployment money. Jake proved it funded her father's failed restaurant. Then the emergency hearing. Jake played Exhibit 47. Carol sliding Maria an envelope. "This guarantees full custody. Once you have it, sell the house with Brad." Patterson called it deep-faked, but Jake's forensic expert proved its authenticity. Maria broke down in court. "They made me do it. Threatened to take everything." Richard yelled. Carol screamed. The judge granted me temporary custody, barring her parents. Months later, final custody was awarded to me. Maria, now in therapy, supported it. Marcus should raise them while I heal. Carol and Richard's trial loomed. Fraud, conspiracy, endangerment. That night, I cooked cooked roast chicken again. Lucas helped mash potatoes. Emma set the table. At bedtime, she asked, "Dad, are you staying forever now?" "Forever and always," I said. And for the first time since Afghanistan, I believed it. The weeks after brought mansions of my battles. Forged school documents, Brad's burner phone grooming Emma, Carol's missing flyers at school. But we clawed forward. Lucas finally hugged me after a nightmare. Emma's walls slowly cracked. Then, an anonymous USB arrived. Carol's own recordings. Her voice cold. "Marcus is simple-minded. Document everything." Jake traced it to Maria. In court, she testified, "I won't be their puppet anymore." Carol's mask shattered. "You're dead to us." The judge's ruling was unequivocal. Sole custody to me. No contact for Carol and Richard. Criminal referrals. Brad was arrested in Nevada. Maria committed to therapy. Now, months later, the kids sleep safely. Emma's art fills the fridge. Lucas's nightmares faded. Maria writes them letters. No demands, just remorse. The house is quiet, peaceful. I check on them one last time. Lucas sprawled with toy soldiers. Emma curled around the elephant I sent from war. The custody papers are filed, but the real victory? Lucas asking me to coach soccer. Emma trusting me with her drawings. But me? I'm just a dad, sitting in a quiet house, watching my kids sleep. Safe. Home. Mine. And after everything, that's all I ever wanted.